You already have whatever it is that you want right now. Stop looking for movement, because looking for movement is implying that it's not working, because I can guarantee you that is causing you to waver. You go and look for movement, and the first thing you do is say, well, I don't see anything happening. That's an affirmation. Now that you're here, before we start the video, if you haven't done so already, I would like for you to come and join the free Discord community that I created, where you can join other like-minded individuals to talk about manifestation and law of assumption. And if you haven't downloaded your free Manifest My Dream Life ebook, the link for both of those will be in the description below. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into the video. So if you're not seeing movement while you are manifesting, this video is for you, because the first and the very first point that I want to make is, why are you even looking for movement in the first place? Why are you seeking validation for your desire outside of you? You are looking into your 3D reality to look for confirmation, to look for movement, to look for a sign to imply to you that you have exactly what you want, that things are working, your affirmations are working, right? And I want you to stop doing that. Like, if you are that person that is looking for movement, I intend that with this video, you no longer look for movement. You no longer feel the need to look for movement, because it's not required. The first thing that I want to bring to your attention is your reality, your life, your world is not moving on its own. It's not a place that you exist that is happening to you. I know we've been taught that life is happening to you, but life is not happening to you. It's happening through you. It's a reflection of who you are. So if you are looking for validation in your 3D, you are looking for something outside of yourself. Your 3D reality cannot move on its own. Your reality is always waiting on instructions from you on what to do next. And that includes the people in your reality, that includes all experiences, that includes money, that includes every single thing, including versions of yourself. Everything that you experience is waiting on instructions from you. And those instructions are created through your imagination, through your thoughts, through the words that you speak, through the things that you write down, through the visualizations that you have in your mind. That is what you create with. That is your imagination. You create with your imagination in your mind, and that is, in my opinion, the real world. And because you have experienced it there, it must be experienced out here in the physical reality, which is just a byproduct of what goes on in the imagination. So if you are affirming and you are persisting, but at the same time you are checking your reality, like you affirm for 3 days in a row that you have your SP, y'all are together, and then by day 3 you're checking your reality. Well, my SP hasn't texted me. My SP hasn't called me. Nothing has changed yet. I don't see any movement. Guess what you're implying to yourself? You're implying to your subconscious that you don't have it. Because when you have something, you're not searching for it. You know that you have a car to drive, so you're not going outside to check every second to see if your car is there. You know your car is parked in the garage. You know your car is parked in the driveway. You have a cell phone. Other than the fact of if you misplace it, you're not looking for your phone every second of the day, because you know you have your phone with you. You know your phone is in your purse, it's in your pocket, it's on the counter. You know that you have a place to stay. You're not constantly checking to make sure you still have a home and your address is still the same. You know where you reside, you know your address, and you know that you live there. You're not looking for anything because you know that you possess that thing. So when you are manifesting, that is the same type of mentality that you want to have with your desires. You want to know that you possess them. You want to know that you have them. You want to know that they are yours right here and right now, because they are. The simple fact that you can be aware of something, to desire something, means that you have it. You are already aligned with it. You're already a vibrational match for it. You already possess it, because you wouldn't be able to fathom it. You wouldn't be able to think of it, to desire it, to even know that this is a possibility. It just wouldn't be a thought of yours if it wasn't possible for you. Look at it like this. When you have a desire and you become aware that you have a desire, whether it's a certain amount of money, a certain person, a certain look, a certain characteristic about yourself, no matter what it is, when you desire something, look at it as that desire is ready to be experienced by you. It is ready to be yours. It is ready to be in your reality. And all it's waiting for you to do is accept it as your truth. And you accept it as your truth by deciding you have it right now. That's how manifestation works. That's how fast it works. You can simply decide, this is going to happen for me. This is mine. I have this thing. This is my truth. And it instantly becomes your truth. And yes, you can also instantly see these things pop up in your reality if you allow that to be your truth. Because going back to, you're affirming for a certain amount of days and then you go and check and you don't see any movement, or you're not getting any signs, so you don't think that it's working. You're always creating. Okay, you're always creating. You cannot turn it off like a light switch. You cannot just say, I'm not going to manifest and I'm going to turn this off. You are always manifesting. You are always creating because you're always deciding on things. You're always thinking. So if you are, again, affirming for a set amount of time and then you're checking your reality and you're not seeing movement, you're implying to your subconscious that you don't have it. Again, you're searching for something. You're looking for something. You're not looking for things that you already have. You don't have to look for something that is already yours. You're not, if you have a favorite outfit in your closet, you're not constantly going to check your closet to make sure that outfit is there. You know that outfit is in your closet because you know that you possess it. Favorite pair of shoes, favorite purse. You know that it's in your closet. You're not going to go look for it and seeking validation for something outside of you. You're not seeking validation by going to check to see if it's there. You know that you have it. You are the validation. You are the validation. So when you feel like you're not seeing movement, you need to remind yourself that you already have whatever it is that you're desiring. It's already yours. That SP, already yours. That money, already in your bank account. That car, already parked outside. That brand new iPhone, it's already in your room. You already have whatever it is that you want right now. Stop looking for movement, because looking for movement is implying that it's not working, because I can guarantee you that is causing you to waver. You go and look for movement and the first thing you do is say, well, I don't see anything happening. That's an affirmation. That's an affirmation. You just decided that you don't see anything moving. You don't see anything happening. So therefore, your subconscious, because that's already your current state of being, your current state of being is one without, right? And you're aware of that. And maybe you've already been in a state of being where things don't go your way. You don't get what you want. You may feel like you're new to manifestation. No, you're new to consciously directing your thoughts. You're new to consciously keeping your thoughts aligned with only having what you want, because for so long you've been accustomed and conditioned to thinking things don't ever go your way. You don't ever have what you want. Things just always happen bad. Bad things always happen to you. That's what you've been accustomed to thinking, and you think that so effortlessly, and you're not checking your 3D reality for that. You're not checking to make sure that that's working, but it still works effortlessly. Like, it works regardless, whether it's positive, negative, because there is no positive and negative. Everything is neutral. Your subconscious isn't a bully. It's not here to battle you. It's not here to tempt you and to tease you and then not give you what you want. No, it's always going to give you what you want, but it's giving you what you're persisting in. And my theory is you're manifesting at a instant and much faster rate from the states of being that you're existing in. So let's just use an SP for an example. If you're manifesting your SP, right? And you are somebody who is used to not being in relationships, not being with the person that you want. The people that you want never want you back. Only the people that you don't want are chasing after you. You may be a second option. You don't feel prioritized. Like, maybe that's been your reality. That's been your state of being for so long. And then you choose to manifest this specific person because now you realize the law of assumption. You realize you're a conscious creator. You realize your thoughts create your reality. And all you simply have to do is affirm that this person is yours. They only want to be with you and they only want to be committed to you. But you start affirming, and 2 days, 3 days later, you're instantly checking your 3D reality like, well, they didn't follow me on Instagram. They didn't send me a message. They didn't respond back to my text. I'm still blocked. Your state of being that you have existed in for so long was one where you're not chosen. So you need to focus more. You need to persist. Stop looking for something to change. Change who you're being. If you ask yourself a question, do I have my desire right now? What do I think about my desire? See how you respond to that. Like, ask yourself the question, do I have what I desire right now? Is it mine? Do I believe that it's mine? Do I believe that I have it? Because you don't have to believe that you have it, but still ask yourself, do you believe that you have it? Do you have what you desire? And if you're like, no, because I clearly see that I don't have it, my reality hasn't changed, that's the problem, because you're seeking validation and you're not persisting as the version of you who has it. The most important thing is to stay consistent. And consistency does not look like, well, I was consistent for a week and I didn't see anything change, so I stopped doing it. Do you believe that you can manifest in a week? Have you affirmed that you can manifest instantly, within seconds, within a week, within a day? Like, what version of you have you been? Because no, there's no work that needs to be done. But yes, you do need to be consistent. You need to just decide that you are that version of yourself indefinitely. In my opinion, looking is only implying that you don't have. Looking is only implying that I'm still searching for it. I'm still manifesting it. I'm still waiting on it. I'm still waiting for my desire to show up. So, yeah, because that's what you're implying to your subconscious, that's what you're experiencing, a never ending cycle of still affirming, still applying, still looking, still searching, still manifesting. You're not manifesting, you have it. You already have what you desire. Think as that version, right? Just to give you an example, I had an SP that had a 3P. And manifesting this person, it's sometimes people focus on the 3P. Well, that 3P doesn't exist. I don't believe in focusing on a 3P. If there's a 3P, then you need to take your attention off of them, because the only way that they stay a 3P and that they stay in their reality is if you continue to focus on them. Take your attention off of it. Put the attention on yourself. SP only wants to be with me. SP only misses me. SP only desires to talk to me. And you can affirm that, right? In my case, affirming that, and then ending up in a situation where you're around SP and they may mention 3P. That could be a trigger, right? That could seem like, well, nothing's moving, nothing's changing. You can entertain that illusion, or you can remember who you are and remember that you're the creator of your reality, and be mindful of what thoughts you're thinking. Be mindful that your reality is only a byproduct of what happened in the imagination first. The reality doesn't happen first. The reality happens second. It happens here first in the imagination, and then the reality is a byproduct. Cause, effect. Cause and effect, okay? Happens here first, happens in the reality second. So in those situations and in those moments, that person doesn't exist, because SP only wants to be with me. That's what I'm telling myself, no matter what the reality look like. I'm not looking for validation. I'm not looking to see if there is no longer a 3P. I'm not seeking for anything outside of myself. I'm not looking for movement. And I'm also not allowing my reality to dictate what is possible for me, because the reality can't tell me, oh, just because I see that they're still talking about 3P means, oh, they're never going to break up and now I'm never going to get the SP. That is still an assumption. Remember, everything that you're doing is creating. It's an assumption. It's something you're choosing to persist in. It's something you're choosing to believe. And I could have chose to believe that stuff, but I didn't. I continue to persist as the version of me who knew what is true, knew what my truth is. And then I get a message one day that says, SP and 3P broke up. I didn't search for movement. I didn't search for anything, any validation, nothing, because you're not to seek validation outside of yourself. Everything happens in the imagination first. Okay? It happens in the imagination first. You seeking movement, you seeking validation is you implying that you don't have it. That is the message that I want to give you. Stop implying that you don't have what you want. The same way that you possess certain things in your home, within yourself, you have a certain job. You're not calling your job all the time to make sure you still work there. You know that you have this job and you know to show up every day at that time. That same knowing you need to have about the things that you desire to experience physically. Because the only way that the opposite circumstances got there is through repetition, through you persisting and being consistent in something that you did not want. And again, you did that unconsciously, because a lot of times before you find manifestation, law of assumption, and you have this realization that you are the creator of your reality, you have unconsciously thought thoughts all the time, and you persisted in the unseen. You persisted in best example I can give you, you persisted in somebody cheating on you with no evidence. You persisted in that no evidence in your reality. You just knew it. And because you just knew it, you created these emotions inside of your body that felt like, oh, I just know. I have this gut feeling. That gut feeling came as a manifestation from your thoughts. It didn't just come on its own. And because of that, then you started seeing movement in your reality. Now you might see your SP liking somebody's stuff on Instagram, commenting on somebody's stuff on Instagram, an unknown name that you're not familiar with popping up on their phone. Now you're seeing movement because you're persisting in it. And then it happens. But I also want to tell you, even if you're not seeing movement, it doesn't mean that things aren't moving. It doesn't mean that things are just stagnant and standing still. Nothing in this reality, nothing in this realm, this universe is ever standing still. Even solid objects look like it's solid matter that's not moving. They're actually moving, okay? They're moving so fast you can't perceive that they're moving. Nothing stands still. So even if you're not seeing movement, because that's what you're perceiving, you still need to tell yourself things are working out in your favor. Everything is always working out perfectly for me. I always get exactly what I want because I do. Because things are always moving no matter what. No matter what. And what's going to happen is, especially if you're manifesting an SP, what's going to happen is for those that don't see movement, and you're manifesting your SP and you're doing what you're supposed to and you're just thinking as the version of you who is already in the relationship with them because you already manifested them. When you get with your SP and you're talking to them, you're going to notice the thoughts that they were thinking while you were affirming, because they're going to be repeating back to you your affirmations. I can guarantee it to you. Like, I have been in positions where I've affirmed for specific people to miss me, and I'm not getting any movement in my reality. They're not texting me. They're not blowing up my phone. They're not acting like they miss me. I'm going weeks without talking to them, but I'm still affirming every day they miss me. Oh, they miss me so much. No movement is happening, but I'm also not looking for it. I'm reminding myself everything is always moving. Everything is always working. And then what ends up happening is maybe I visualize a phone call. I visualize them calling me, and then they call me that very day. And then during that call, this SP is telling me, even though I don't talk to you every day, I just want you to know that I do think about you every day and I do miss you. Literally my exact affirmations. So it's showing me whatever I'm affirming, whatever I'm thinking, whatever I'm persisting in, that person is also thinking it in those very moments. If you're a person manifesting an SP, remind yourself, thought transmission is instant. It happens the moment you think about it. You can test this out and prove it to yourself with random people in your reality. When you're driving on the road, tell the car in front of you to get in the left lane. Tell the car in front of you to exit off. I guarantee you they do. Because thought transmission is instant. You're always creating your reality. Okay. So even if you're not seeing movement, there's still movement going on. Things are still happening. Things are still happening. And they're unfolding for you perfectly. You don't need that logical explanation. You don't have to see every single thing move. You don't have to see everything move. Just trust and know and remind yourself that you're the creator of your reality. Nothing happens without your permission. Nothing moves without the instructions that you give it. And your instructions are through your imagination. Again, through the thoughts that you think, the things that you script, the visualizations that you see, the words that you say. It's all created through you and it's all created by you. So if you're not seeing movement, you need to tell yourself it's all working out perfectly. Everything always works out for me. I know everything is working in my favor. Also remind yourself, stop seeking validation from anything outside of you. Your reality does not validate you. You validate it. Your reality does not dictate what is possible for you, what you're capable of, and what you can and cannot experience. Only you dictate that. And when you allow your reality to dictate what is possible for you because you feel like you're not seeing movement and you feel like nothing is changing, you are implying to yourself that you're not capable of experiencing something that you desire, when you are more than capable, you are more than qualified to experience anything that you desire. It takes consistency and it takes discipline to show up for yourself as the version of you who has exactly what they want, no matter what you see. I get it. We have physical eyes. We're human. You can see that something may not be moving, but guess what? Just because you see it doesn't mean that you need to imply it and confirm it to yourself. If you see that your SP isn't texting you, if you see that your SP hasn't changed their actions with you, if you see that things aren't moving, you still need to tell yourself that they're moving. I don't care if you want to call it delusional or what, but my favorite thing to tell people manifesting an SP and you want constant communication, every time your phone lights up, you need to be looking at your phone like, oh, look at my SP text me right now. Look at them blowing up my phone. Because your subconscious doesn't know the difference. Your subconscious doesn't know that that's not really your SP texting you. If you tell your subconscious my SP is texting me, your subconscious Bessie is cheering you on all the way. Like, okay, yes, SP is texting us. Let me give you more of that. So now here goes your SP in your physical texting you, blowing you up nonstop. All right. So I intend that this helps you in some type of way. Please no longer resonate with checking your reality. Just be consistent. Just be the version of you who knows you have what you want. All right. Ooh, okay. So it looks like we're getting a call on the manifestation hotline today. Let's go ahead and answer it and see what the question is. Do you have any advice about what to do when intrusive thoughts and images keep popping up when visualizing? I don't know if I should just give up and focus on a new method. I don't want to accidentally manifest anything bad. Okay, that's a really good question. So, to answer that, I do have advice. You just don't have to entertain it. I've been in that position personally where I was manifesting a different outcome for something and I had intrusive thoughts, intrusive visualizations, and I felt like I was being attacked by them because it was like no matter what happened, no matter what went on throughout the day, I had so much stuff going on, right? So, in my mind, like visualizations were popping up, thoughts were popping up, and the only thing that I knew how to do was to robotically affirm and to go meditate and visualize. Those were the two things that helped me so much. Like I would robotically affirm, and even though those visualizations are popping up, I'm still robotically affirming, robotically affirming, robotically affirming. So the other thoughts couldn't come in. And even with the visualizations, when I felt like they were just too much and too stressful, I would go and just lay down in meditation and meditate and visualize and see something completely different. So first of all, I do want to remind you that you never have to like fear anything like that because you are in control and those negative thoughts do not manifest. Those negative visualizations do not manifest. If you engage with them, if you entertain them, if you are focusing on them, that's how it becomes a part of your reality. But they are just coming up and being intrusive. It is just trying to survive and it's trying to get your attention. You know, it's like yelling at you, screaming at you, like, hey, look over here, look over here. And as long as you don't look that way by putting your attention on it, it cannot be created in your reality. Just remind yourself only your positive thoughts manifest, only your positive visualizations manifest, only the things that you desire manifest. You can even tell yourself, I never have intrusive thoughts, I never have negative thoughts. But if you're looking for a technique to try, do robotic affirmations or do visualization. You could even maybe try EFT tapping in the mirror. Find ways to regulate your nervous system. But yes, you don't have to worry about those things. The more important thing is to not engage with it. You know, it's okay if it comes in because to me, it's just coming from that previous state of being. And you no longer desire to experience that state of being and you're focused on a new state. But because you're focused on the new state, that old state of being is trying to survive, it's trying to thrive, and it wants you to water it, it wants you to feed it with your attention. And as long as you continue to focus on what you desire only, you are intentionally focusing on what you desire and you're not allowing that to be your story, the old stuff be your story. It has to fade away. It has to disappear because nothing can survive. Nothing can be real without you making it real. Nothing can be an outcome, a circumstance, or anything without your attention. So remember that you're greater than any negative thought, any opposing thought. It doesn't have the power to create in your reality unless you give it that, okay? I intend that that helps you. And I just want to introduce this little segment to you all. Also, this is going to be the manifestation hotline. So if you check in the description below, click on my website link and just scroll and you'll find a link to send in your questions for the manifestation hotline. And you never know, I may randomly answer your question. You can put you're an anonymous or you can put your name so you can know specifically that I'm answering your question. But I will answer any manifestation questions and give you any type of coaching that you need. So go ahead and look in the description below for that. And other than that, if you are needing actual assistance from me where you want phone call, email coaching, or group coaching with my membership, you can also look in the description below for that. If you have any questions or comments over anything in this video, leave them down below. And if you watch this video until the end, I appreciate you so much, and I will see y'all in the next video.